Good morning, everybody. This is that which takes place in between the before and the after. This is the interlude, and oh my goodness, how incredible this cantata was. Jennifer, did you just throw all that together last night?
Yeah, I did actually. I actually stayed up all night though.
Absolutely amazing. Really, there's no words to describe, so I won't even attempt, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
I am curious, though, like how far in advance do you start planning all this?
Well, sometimes I start right after Easter. Usually, I think about it in terms of Easter, and then definitely in the summertime.
In the summertime. My goodness. We have all these different components here, so let's talk about each one. I'm
Okay.
curious. Down here, we have the orchestra. Can you tell us about the orchestra a little bit?
Oh, yes, we're very blessed to have such a talented orchestra here. So many volunteers and members of the church are involved in the orchestra, and we have just. I can't tell you. A lot of them are my friends from years past that I've known forever, and asked them to please come and play. And in a busy season with instrumentals, they've come.
Excellent. You got a percussion section here, and I saw
Right.
these being used on social media ahead of time. That looked like a fun video you made on social media.
That was a fun video, and actually, again, we have members playing in the percussion pit here. That's what I call this area. All the instruments here. I call it the pit.
The pit.
Yeah.
And behind us, we had the Band of Believers. They're not here right now. They're taking a quick break before we go into the next one. But what can you tell us about the Band of Believers?
You know, they are a faithful group. They go year-round. The choir actually takes a break in the summertime. They have summer schedule, but the band goes year-round, and that is also comprised of all volunteers, and they're just each member of the band is so very talented and in their own right, and their faith is inexpressible. Is that a word? I think that's a word, isn't it?
That sounds great to me. And of course, we have the choir over
Yes.
here on our left here, and your right.
Yes.
And the choir, they meet on Wednesday nights in preparation for this?
That's right. They meet every Wednesday night. So if you want to join the choir, now is a good time. Well, maybe wait till after Christmas. That would be a good idea. But they, again, are faithful, doing 2 services every Sunday.
And we had the bell choir as well, and they were featured in 2 different pieces here. Well, they were multiple pieces, but 2 of them was just the bells.
Right. So I chose all the music for the cantata, even from the prelude and the postlude and the bell pieces. And I think that they're not happy with me because they're such hard pieces, but they're so beautiful. And again, the bell choir, talented and hardworking. They even though they're thinking, why did I do this? But they love it.
If you're coming in early for the 9:15 service, you're going to be blown away by this music. We have some slow-moving pieces. We have some big pieces, some big numbers. It's just absolutely incredible. Now, one thing I also noticed about the cantata is you're very much into the visual aspect of it. And I got to tell you, Jennifer, true story, at the 8 o'clock service, I saw somebody coming in this morning, and they stepped into the sanctuary like this, and they just paused for a second and looked around with the lights. Who does these lights?
So we're, again, a volunteer. How blessed we are to have so many great volunteers. His name is Anthony Xavier, and he spent all last weekend setting up the lights. I know he was here on Friday night till 11, and he was at 6 a.m. in the morning on Saturday, which as a volunteer doesn't mean you have to do that, but he is so dedicated.
Absolutely. And these screens, I see you got different panels going on. Tell us about the background of that.
Well, Pastor Matt, you actually are part of that. We have all these beautiful LED screens, which usually live in the gathering place, but we like to bring them out for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and also for the cantata, and it adds to the visual of the music. I often tell people, smile, because people hear with their eyes. And I think the vision and what you've done with it, and I just want to lift up Del Steinmetz, who built all the stands for this and did such a great job, and also Chris Lehman, and of course you, Pastor Matt.
I love how you tie it all together. One more thing I really want to get featured here is these signs, the peace, hope, love, and joy. Tell us about those.
Oh, yes. Again, made by volunteer Rick Noling, who has a cabinet shop. I saw them in a social media thing, and I was like, Rick, can you please make these for me? And he did it, and Anthony lit them beautifully, and they represent all of the times of Advent: peace, hope, love, and joy.
And of course, the one who brings it all together is you, yourself, Jennifer. We thank you. We're so blessed to have you here. This is an incredible worship service. Everyone looks forward to every year, and you just blow us away. So thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Matt.
God bless you all, and thank you for joining us for the Interlude.